This year's Toro Women's Interprovincials were hosted by Miramar.
We just really want to be a part of, anything that can help grow the sport, because the more people we have playing the game, the better it is. The better it is for New Zealand golf and the better it is for us.
Into the semi-final action, North Harbour would book their place in their second successive Toro Women's Interprovincial final. They accounted for a young Wellington team by a margin of 4-1. In the other semi-final, Emily Perry led the way for Waikato as they knocked out Auckland. The Waikato number one would head down the last one up, and when Cecilia Cho missed this putt, Waikato would advance to the final, winning 4-1. So on to the final. A tense battle would follow between the two closely matched rivals. North Harbour would take the early ascendancy in the 5 matches. Kristen Farrell looked comfortable early on. The North Harbour number 5 had a great approach here into number 3. She would make this birdie putt to put the pressure on her rival, Hannah Seifert. The Waikato rep, who was unbeaten all week in Wellington, would miss her downhill chance for a birdie. Later on, Faye Amy Nixon, the North Harbour number 4, came close to making a birdie on hole 6. Her opponent, Charlotte Wilson, would make a fine birdie to get Waikato back into the match. The North Harbour number 2, Rika Thies, would deliver a fine approach to 9 as last year's beaten finalists came into the turn with some momentum. Lydia Ko, the wonder kid at only 13, and the North Harbour number 1, was ready for a good battle with her rival Emily Perry. Ko hit a fine approach to 9. She would follow that up with his downhill putt. The contest between the two leading players was expected to be vital. Hannah Seifert had fought back hard against Charlotte Wilson. Waikato number 5 Seifert secured her 8th straight win for the week. She would get home 3-2 over Kristen Farrell as the Toro Women's Interprovincials was going to the wire. Every point being celebrated like it was a title success. Rika Thies made a lag putt on 16 to be in control. Kelly Nicholas needed to make hers from off the green. When she missed, Thies won 3-2. Captain Rebecca Brownlees had already won. Harbour now in the box seat. The clash between the number 4s was a roller coaster ride with Faye Amy Nixon 1 up down the last when she made par. Wilson evened things up with a brilliant birdie on the final hole to keep Waikato alive. So the final match between the number 1s Emily Perry and Lydia Ko would decide the title. Perry was 1 down, but she looked to turn that around with this tee shot on 16. Ko looked to retain her advantage with a birdie putt from long range. It was a massive turning point in the women's interprovincial title as she put the pressure back on Perry. On to 17. Lydia Ko is now Dormy 2. Perry chips it close to keep her faint hopes alive. But it's only momentary. Lydia Ko with this lag putt, and this would seal the win. Harbour making amends for the harrowing extra hole loss to Auckland in last year's final by beating Waikato 3.5 to 1.5. They were led superbly by the brilliant 13-year-old Lydia Ko.
Yeah, like when I heard from our captain that if I have, we'll win, and if I win, we'll win. And it was like the exact same feeling as last year, getting the nerves saying what if we win and what if we lose. Like last year was a terrible moment, and for our team it was quite a disappointment. But like at the end, I put the 7-metre putt in, so I was really proud of myself to do that.
Ko was awarded the player of the tournament with 8 consecutive wins. It was North Harbour's 5th win in the Toro Interprovincials and their 4th title in the past 10 years.